Okay, folks, welcome to this week's Friday Waffle. You've probably never seen me dressed like this. I actually feel like a Sky Sports pundit talking about the football. Yeah, and I've not got my baseball cap on tonight. But anyway, listen, anyone that didn't watch the Hogmanay special, a very, very happy 2023 to each and every one of you. I'm not a big fan of New Year's or thinking that things are going to be any different because unfortunately the clock doesn't reset itself. Things, world news and current things that are going on do not reset on the 31st of December. It's just another day. But I think people have to try and take some sort of sense of positive out of a new year. In regards to, well, where am I now, and what can I do differently? And I'm no different. I'm exactly the same. I'm not a fan of New Year's resolutions because it used to always annoy me when I would talk to people about, keeping fit or whatever, and they would say to me in September, "Yeah, I'm going to wait to December. I'm going to wait to the 1st of January next year, and I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop eating shite. I'm going to go to the gym." And I would think to myself, "Well, why are you waiting until then? Do it now. Don't wait until bloody next year. It's just a date." But I'm guilty of it and talking about losing weight. Christ, look how bloody tight my shirt is. Anyway, try and hold my breath in. Yeah, so I mean, last year I don't want this to be a depressing waffle. Last year, I think it's fair to say that last year, 2022, certainly for people in the UK, has been a real shitty year. It really, really has. I mean, it just seems like we just kind of got over COVID, and then we got into a world war. Well, not a world war, thankfully, but we got into a war. Russia invaded Ukraine, and so we'd gone from not being able to get out of the house, not seeing loved ones, and then Ukraine got invaded, and prices rocketed. Um, to the point that I have never actually known things to cost as much as they do right now. It's criminally insane where we are at the moment regards prices, because I mean, yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I can afford to take the hit when it comes to energy and prices. Don't get me wrong, it's hitting me hard like everybody, but I can afford it. But I've really, really got to feel sorry for single parent families or parents on low income that, I mean, I'll give you an example. My girlfriend, her I think he's 70, 71, 72. Brother, he's an old age pensioner. He doesn't work. He's on a pension. He got his electricity gas bill, a couple of days ago, £428 for a month. Now, I know you could probably be saying, well, how stupid are you? You must have had your heating on all the time. And I mean, I don't know whether he's had his heating on overnight, whatever. But the point is, it's the middle of winter. It's freezing cold. People need to be able to heat their house. And like, he's panicking. He doesn't know how he's going to pay it. So it's awful. It's really awful. So are things going to change this year? Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, the only slight bit of good news as regards to like prices and what have you. Obviously, petrol was almost at £2 per litre. Yep, to all my American friends, £2. I don't know what that would be. $3, $2.50 per litre, which is pushing it up to about almost £10 per gallon of petrol. I remember back in 1988. Now I know that was years ago, but I remember putting £5 in my car, and that would last me 3 or 4 days. It's insane, absolutely insane. Um, So yeah, we can only hope. All I would say is keep at it. Don't give up. I mean, we've just we've got to ride the storm, and we will get through it. Absolutely. In 2022, I mean, I know as I'm getting old. I'm 55, and one of the things about getting old, apart from you can't tie your shoelaces and you make a noise when you sit down and stand up. Apart from that, people, friends, family, people that you watch in films, people you watch on TV, sporting heroes, people that are part of your sort of life, whether it's just watching them on TV or reading their books, whatever. We're all getting older and people die. It's the most natural thing in the world, sadly, but it doesn't stop it being a complete bastard when it happens. And yeah, the tail end of 2022, it took its fair share of people. Um, quite a number, quite, I wouldn't say personal to me because I didn't know these people personally, but they played a big impact in my growing up. I mean, the first one, Terry Hall, lead singer from the Specials, he died just a couple of weeks before Christmas. He was only 63. I'm not going to go on and on about him because I've done that already. Then there was Archer McLean. Now that did hit me pretty hard. I mean, not that I was crying or anything, but it just I was gobsmacked when I heard, and I said that the reason I got to know about it was I saw somebody had tweeted a quote by Rob Hubbard talking about Archer. And when I saw that, you immediately think, why is this guy talking about somebody who's alive? The only reason they do that is because they've died. And I thought, oh, please make that not the case. And unfortunately, it was. Um, I wrongly reported that Archer died on the 24th of December. I did read that somewhere. I've I've been told it might have been the 16th of December, something like that. But Archer passed away just before Christmas. And then the other one, which is a big, huge part of why I'm sitting here today, massive part, probably, yeah, bigger, more important than Archer. Not that Archer dying is not important. I don't mean it like that. But this next person, if he hadn't existed, the chances are I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. And it was Roger Keane. Roger, I believe, was the sort of the I don't know exactly what he was, but he was like the instigator of Zap and Crash and Amtix magazines. Before these magazines existed, they were all very high computer games, or there was no such thing as a computer game magazine. It was a computer magazine. They talked about database, they talked about spreadsheets, word processing, and if you were very, very, very lucky, it would possibly mention a game. But then Crash, well, Computer and Video Games was the first kind of video games magazine that came out. I can't remember when that came out, in 1982, I think it was. But even then, it was still, I wouldn't say stuffy. It was quite fun. It was aimed at it was purely video games. But then Crash came along and just reinvented the magazine. It was more like a fanzine base. It was written by gamers for gamers, and that was a game changer. And then they apply the same thing to Zap. Now I am going to do my it's when somebody from the computer industry passes away that kind of impacted on me. I like to do my own sort of personal little kind of tribute, and I'm going to do the same for Roger. It'll probably be this weekend. I'll get it done, probably Sunday actually. But yeah, that was sad. I mean, I did look at a photograph. Chris Wilkins had shared a photograph of Roger just before Christmas, and he didn't look well. He was in quite a bad way, and obviously, Roger's partner, Oliver Frey, he died it was last year. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I always like to think that when somebody dies and they've already lost their partner, I like to think that you get reunited. Um, some people might say that's all like bollocks. I don't really care. But yeah, I think Roger's quality of life was not good. So, in some ways, it might have been a blessing that he's gone now. But yeah, thanks for all the memories, Roger. Thanks for what you did. Like I says, if it wasn't for you, chances are I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. The computer industry wouldn't be what it is right now. So yeah, I returned to work on Wednesday. Now, I'm not a big fan of Christmas and New Year, especially New Year. I detest it with an absolute passion. Um, it was nice to get a few days off. I think I was off for 9 days, something like that. I do enjoy getting a bit of time off, but I always think that it's a massive, massive anticlimax. You get the whole massive build up to Christmas. I mean, probably build up to Christmas starts in October, November. All the sales, the TV adverts, and then you get Christmas Day, and then bang, that's it, finished. And then you get New Year, and New Year's just shit. However, I have to say, this year, well, not this year, I've done it for quite a few years now. I did a live stream on the 31st of December, and it was just planned. It was going to be me and one of my mates, Dale Boy. The plan was just him and I were going to talk bollocks, basically, and we did that. But I had said to a few people, look, anyone that wants to kind of tune in, join the chat, come in front of the camera, have a chat, um, do so. And so yeah, one of the guys, Retro Russ, he joined. I've never met Retro, or never met him at all. He came in for a wee while. Nice to see Russ. And then Colin Jones, who's a regular at my channel, he's been watching my channel for quite a long time. He came in, and don't mind. I don't mind admitting it was fantastic to see Colin get pissed. If you watch the start of the video, he's as sober as a judge, and by the end of it, he was merry. But fair play to him. The odd thing was, I don't really drink now. I've drank very, very little. When I say I drink little, I drink very irregularly. Is that a word? Irregularly. I can go for months with not touching alcohol. And I had quite a bit to drink, I have to say, on Hogmanay. Maybe not for a lot of people. I had probably about 6 cans of beer, which is quite a lot. And I felt absolutely sober as a judge. Weird. Absolutely weird. Maybe other people thought I looked drunk. I don't know. Um, but yeah, and then just with about half an hour to go, my old mucker Panther, he joined in as well. So for about, I think it was maybe 40 minutes, there was 4 of us. I know Dell got a bit bored when they were going into the intricacies of SID chips and what have you. I tend to switch off a wee bit when people get too technical, because my little brain just does not comprehend or understand things. But yeah, but no, it was great. It was the first time I've had 4 people. I think no, I've had 4 people on previously, but it was fantastic having other people on. I mean, it's all very well me sitting here looking at the camera talking to you guys, but it doesn't beat having somebody else to bounce off. And I've made lots of collab videos over the years with friends, but to have 4 people like that in the same kind of virtual room was awesome. Really, really good. So if anybody watching this video would like to maybe take part in a future waffle or a chum stock fish, put your comment down below, and let's get that arranged. I'm a lot of YouTube, and I do pride myself in this. A lot of YouTube channels, especially big channels, they keep, there's a very, very dividing line between them and what they like to call their fans, which I absolutely detest that phrase. They don't ever talk. They don't refer to anybody that watches their channel in a personal way. Um, but for small channels like myself, it's you really appreciate the closeness and the community that you get from people, and so that's why I like to not to this sounds arrogant saying I like to give back, but a lot of people that probably watch YouTube have never actually been in behind a camera or in front of a camera. Um, Never mind being on YouTube. But if you one of you guys, is new to watch the channel, whatever, I don't mind. If you've just joined my channel and you fancy taking part, then go for it. As I says, let me know. Put the comments down below. Let me know, and we'll get that arranged. So yeah, I was back at work on Wednesday. I'm recording this on Thursday actually because I'm out tomorrow night. Um, yeah, it was difficult getting out of my bed the last couple of days. It's pitch dark, and well, I was meant to be back at work on Wednesday, and on Tuesday this week. I've got a works phone, but I don't check it when I'm not working. I don't check my phone. There's no reason to check it. The office is closed. But I picked it up just to kind of check the battery. I thought I better charge it for tomorrow, and I noticed I had about 5 missed calls and a couple of messages. So I phoned up, and a couple of the girls had to go in on Tuesday. They had to go in a day early to kind of finish the accounts. And when they got in, they found the place underwater. Um, there was a dishwasher had leaked, and we had literally just got the office refurbished, brand new carpets, and I thought bollocks. So that was my plans for a nice quiet Tuesday before I go back to work. Out the window, had to go into work, and there was me, there was a managing director, and one of the other guys. The three of us were there, and we were lifting floor tiles and mopping up water, and yeah, just trying to get the place into a position that to open business. So I was there until about I was there from about 11:30 until 6 o'clock on Tuesday. So that kind of it was a bit of a bumpy return to work. I didn't expect to be in, but we've managed to kind of get it cleared up. We've got dehumidifiers in, drying out all the water. So happy days, but in the scale of things, it's only floor tiles. Insurance will cover it. So yeah, I'm kind of glad to be back at work. Just to kind of get a routine going again, because the problem is when you're off for like 9, 10 days, it doesn't really mean an awful lot. It's just another day, and you end up losing complete track of what day it is, what date it is, and you're lying in bed until 11 o'clock. At least when you're back at work, you're looking forward to the weekend. You're looking forward to when you finish work, getting home, doing stuff. And I'm also looking forward to getting back to my cook school. I've not been there since before Christmas, and it doesn't start back until, well, I think tonight actually is black belt night. I'm not black belt, so I don't get to go. I'm back on Saturday. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been gaming wise. I've still been playing Power Wash Simulator. I can't stop playing it. Um, Anything else? What's that game? I can't even remember the name of it. Quite a few of my friends have made videos. What's it called? What's it called? I can't remember. It's you play the part of a what the hell is it? No, Christ Almighty! Why can't I not remember? Let me just have a quick look. I will find out. Anyway, it's a Steam game, and I've only played it very very briefly. Donut Dodo, that's it. Yeah, I knew it extinct. Donut Dodo. Thank you, Robert, for making a video so I can remember the name of it. Yeah, it's a game that came out by a company called Pixel Games, and It's very much in the flavour of a classic 1980s arcade game, but it's on Steam. It looks tremendous fun. I think it was Colin Jones actually that recommended the game to me. I did play it very briefly on the Hogmanay special, but I am going to get a video put out for that. On the video front, I've actually been one good thing. I've been off for like quite a few days. I've managed to get quite a number of videos done. Let me have a quick wee look. I've managed to get about. I mean, I've been going on and on and on and on about wanting to try and get back to cut back in the live streams and try and get more regular videos. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 videos which I've already made, um, and I plan to put them out over the next 2, 3 weeks. I've got another couple which I've kind of half done, so I want to keep the kind of momentum going. I want to try and get out like a video maybe on a Monday, a Wednesday, and then you've got the Friday Waffle on a Friday. And then all going well with things, I'll still continue to do the Sunday live stream. But I do want to try and cut back on the live streams. I do like doing the Friday Waffle lives on the odd occasion. But I mean, I think you can, like I said, I feel like James Corden. I'm never off the screen. I mean, I did a live stream midweek last week, and then did a live stream, a live Friday Waffle with Panther UK, and then the following night I did a 4-hour live stream with all the guys. So yeah, I think you can have a bit too much of me. Um, that's how I feel anyway. I do want to cut back in the live streams. I will continue to do the Sunday streams, but I want to get out kind of more regular content again. And obviously, everything can change. It just depends what's kind of going on. So anyway, listen, I don't want this video to drag on too long, so I'm just going to have a quick look to see what comments, if any, we have now. Is there any comments from the Hogmanay Bash special? Let's have a quick wee look. No, there's Colin Thompson says, Happy New Year to everyone watching the playback. Happy New Year, Colin. So there's nothing there. Let me have a wee look. Oh, wait a minute. That was the bloody Hogmanay Bash. That wasn't the Friday Waffle. Friday Waffle was the day before. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Waffle. This was recorded on 30th of December. Right, let's have a wee look. In fact, I'll move across. I'll move these across there so it looks like I'm kind of looking at the camera. Wee Bob Art is saying, just watching back and enjoyed listening along while doing the usual drawing stuff. Cheers for the kind words, but perhaps I need to get into some martial arts. Sitting doing art doesn't do much for the belly. Neither does mince pies and chocolate, wee Bob. I'm speaking from experience. Anywho, hope you have a great Hogmanay and all the best for 2023. Same with yourself, Bob. Thank you. And yeah, Milty Swinbuckle. He's always reliable when it comes to questions. Do you think that future generations, not of this world yet, will look back on their modern electronic stuff such as computers, consoles, games, music written for games, certain pieces of hardware, films, vehicles, and anything else you can think of with the same sort of nostalgia as we do now with C64, Spectrums, Amigas, record players, old firms, etc., etc.? Or will there be so much stuff in the future, say in 100 years from now, as long as we haven't blown ourselves up, that each day living a futuristic person will get so used to uncovering yet another new discovery from the past, or be blown away by their own superior technology as it's invented within their life, that every new discovery, old or new, will meld into the rest until that magical sense of a new creation is lost and is taken for granted? That's a good question, Milty. I think, yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, my daughter is from a completely different generation from myself. She's always been used to having video games. She's always been used to having a phone, iPad, TV on demand, music on demand. But even her generation has nostalgia. I don't think it's quite as much as it is for our generation, but then I do think that it's a generation thing. It's an age thing. I mean, my dad, he loved nostalgia. He loved to reminisce about the past. I mean, my dad was. I've touched on my dad before. He was a he was a great guy. You know, he really was plumber to trade, but he was like a kind of an amateur historian. He set up his own website all about a place in Edinburgh called Leith, where he was born, and he ended up getting a really good bunch of people, a really great community of people, kind of similar to what I've got here, but his was more. You know, he had like lots and lots and lots of people that would contribute, all people similar ages, but they would have great fun just talking about the music, talking about things you did as kids, talking about the war, the memories of the war, the memories of growing up, going to school, and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I used to laugh at my dad. He even I think I'm cutting edge having something like this with mates coming on. My dad did a virtual party probably about 10 years ago. In fact, it'd been more than 10 years ago. My dad passed away in 2013, so it'll be, in fact, you know what? It's actually it's just about 3 or 4 days. I can never remember exactly what day my dad died. It was 9th or 10th of January. So in a few days' time, it's going to be 10 years since my dad passed away, which I cannot believe. It's ridiculous how fast time goes in. But yeah, he had a virtual party, and he had people taking part in the chat and all that kind of stuff. And he loved reminiscing. And I think reminiscing and nostalgia is a powerful memory. And I think regardless of how far ahead, sort of how advanced technology is, you're still going to have nostalgia. I don't think it's going to be different from the nostalgia that we have. We can think of specific computer systems. We can think of, but I was going to say music. My daughter will have the nostalgia for music. She won't have the nostalgia for computer systems because, we've kind of reached a point where, PCs, there's no affinity or nostalgia or happy memories attached to the actual hardware, but you may remember a specific game. But no, I do think that future generations, Milfy, will absolutely still have the nostalgia that we have, but it's going to be different. It's going to be for different reasons. So anyway, Milfy, thank you very much. And I just want to say, Milfy, you're the one person that without fail, you always have some really interesting questions and stuff for me to talk about. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. I really do. And there's only one more, and it's Mr. Colin Jones. Waffle question, and apologies if I've asked before. Um, Full sugar drinks, especially squash, are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Really? What are your feelings on this? Can you handle the artificial sweeteners they put in as a replacement? I can. I try and avoid fizzy juice where possible. I mean, I will have the very occasional can of juice. If I'm going to be drinking, if I'm in the car and I'm maybe on a long journey, I want to go and get something to drink. I pull into a garage. I'll usually get a bottle of water, or I might get a coffee, or I might get like fresh orange or something. I very rarely drink Coca-Cola or whatever, but I'm like you, Colin. The diet versions of juice is not very nice. I'm not a fan at all. It's got a completely different taste. I mean, the fact that Iron Brew, they've got the regular Iron Brew and they're actually selling classic Iron Brew, which is like full fat, and it's like £2. It's £2 for a bottle. There again, I shouldn't be. I shouldn't. That's nothing when you think of this absolute piece of nonsense with some energy drink that apparently some YouTuber called Logan Paul and some other dude came up with, and people are going mad for it. I mean, I saw an article, a Scottish newspaper, some idiot in Glasgow spent £1,000 for his two kids buying this juice. Mental, absolutely mental. But yeah, not a fan of diet juice at all. I will drink it, if it's. I mean, if I'm being honest, if I am going to have a can of juice, it probably will be diet, and just because I kind of think I am, whilst my diet is not good, I have become more aware of like how many teaspoons of sugar go into regular juice and what have you. But yeah. Anyway, folks, listen, I'm going to get going. I know it's a slightly kind of shorter waffle. I don't think there's any questions from the previous one. Let me just have a quick look. So that was the 30th. Let me have a wee look. Was it? I'm trying to remember. 30th. So what would that be? This. Just trying to work out my dates. The 23rd. Was that the live one as well? 23rd, there we go, 23rd waffle. I'll just have a quick wee look and see if there was any questions from that one. Yeah, Twanky Stevenson is saying, if you really want to learn the guitar, I can't recommend Rocksmith highly enough. There's tons of custom tracks out there. It works. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks, Twanky. I did mention my one and only New Year's resolution is I want to give the guitar another go. Absolutely, because I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. So that's my plan. Right, listen, that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Again, thanks to everybody for your continued support. The subscriber number is counting, is rising, getting to almost 4,000, which is bloody insane. So listen, guys, I just want to finish it off and say I hope you all, I wish you all the best for this year. Please stay with me. Please keep watching. Please keep commenting. Till next time, guys, have a great weekend. And as always, thank you very much for watching.